Humans aren't the only ones who have packed some pounds since the start of COVID-19. Our four-legged furry friends have also fallen victim to gaining a little bit of weight, or a lot. Recent data shows that this is a result of pet owners spending an increased amount of time with their dogs at home, along with showing affection to them by feeding them with treats and snacks. Guilty. Joining us right now to give us some tips on what you should do to keep your dogs physically active during this time is Medical Director at Pure Paws Vet Care, Stephanie Liff. Good morning to you, Doc. You look good.
Hi,
Don't worry.
how are you?
For everybody who knows, you are Bella's vet. So let's talk. Last time I brought Bella in, I was told she was a little overweight. So what are you currently seeing with your clients who come in besides Bella, who have shown signs of weight gain?
So I'm definitely seeing a consistent weight gain across all of my patients, both cats and dogs. And I think that is related to people being home, the pets are begging, you're there to reward the begging. So definitely more of an increase in calories, but obviously also a decrease in activity levels, because I think people were concerned to go outside.
Right.
And exercise their pets because of Corona.
Okay, so dog parks are now reopened, right? So we can venture back outside safely, hopefully, to give them some of that exercise. But what do you recommend doing in terms of feeding? Like, do we lessen the amount of food? What's your advice?
So I think if you're still working from home, it's hard to take away the treats because your pets are now accustomed to that, but maybe lower calorie treats like carrots or other vegetables that are safe for pets.
They don't want
would
carrot.
be good. What? They don't want a carrot. So there's some other like small treats. You can use small bites. And then also, obviously, increasing the activity now that we can get outside. I think if you are giving a lot of treats, you can feed a little bit less at mealtime, and that will help with the calorie intake also. So
in talking about exercise, right, it's just like humans, right? We haven't done it in a while, so when we go back to doing it, it's like, man, just a little bit of running is a lot on our bodies. What should you do in terms of activities with your dogs to get them back in that mode?
So I think in terms of orthopedic stress, it's not as big of a concern as pets getting winded. So it's been really, really hot. So I don't know if you've noticed with Bella, but my dog has had some trouble with more exercise. She just gets very hot and tired. So I would just be mindful of if your dog is tired and panting and can't recover their breath, then it's time to call it quits. But in terms of like soreness, I'm not as worried about that.
Right. So in terms of the heat as well, because we are in the summer months, what's your advice for when it's super hot outside? Just maybe not do that during the day?
Yeah, I think you have to do early mornings and evenings after the sun goes down, and plenty of water available. And you just have to listen to your dog. If they're panting so much that they can't really stop panting, it's definitely time to go into air conditioning with plenty of water.
Just reiterate for me the food thing again, because I think this is important for owners. Like, Bella's not really treat driven, so for me, she gets 2 meals a day. Do I just cut that in half each meal to maybe help her lose some weight?
I usually say 25% to start, and then if 25% isn't enough and you're reweighing in 4 to 6 weeks and you're not seeing weight loss, then we either need to cut further or we need to think about a weight loss diet.
Can you put me on a weight loss diet at the same time? I feel like, it's like the owner's got to go through it with their dogs, I feel like it's only fair if I cut her 25%, I got to cut my own as well.
Right, exactly.
Dr. Liff, appreciate your time. I'll see you very soon. I'll be coming in. Bella needs some of her vaccine, so I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us with some great advice for your pets out there. And, that's some good advice.